the mother of a self-described suspect in the mysterious murder of Debbie Collier, was arrested and sentenced to 30 years in prison for trafficking and selling crystal meth, the U.S. Sun can reveal. Vicki Lynn Terrell, the mother of Debbie's daughter's boyfriend, Andrew Giegerick, was caught red-handed attempting to peddle the dangerous drug to an undercover police officer during a sting operation in July 2021. According to documents obtained by the U.S. Sun, Terrell, 49, was arrested alongside 2 others after unwittingly meeting with an undercover cop and attempting to sell them 2 ounces of methamphetamine for $750. Terrell met with the undercover officer outside of a Dollar General store in Statham, Georgia, on July 19, 2021, and climbed into the passenger seat of their car, telling the cop to front her the cash, or pay in advance for the drugs. When the officer refused, Terrell led them to a nearby gas station where 2 of her associates were waiting in a blue Toyota Scion. When Terrell entered the other vehicle, a takedown signal was given by another officer waiting nearby, and all 3 occupants of the blue Toyota were taken into custody by the Barrow County Sheriff's Office SWAT team. An additional bag of meth was found discarded beneath the car. Terrell quickly confessed to her role in the crime, and she was later issued a sentence of 30 years in prison for possessing, trafficking, and selling methamphetamine. She began her sentence in December last year and won't be considered for release until at least 2036, court documents show. Prior to her arrest, Terrell had been an avid supporter of her son's amateur mixed martial arts fighting career, even serving as the admin of his Facebook fan page, Andrew the Gladiator Giegerick. Giegerick, who boasted a record of 4 wins and 3 losses before ceasing fighting in 2018, has apparently found himself in the sights of police in recent weeks, following the murder of Debbie Collier. Mystery murder. Collier, 59, was found partially naked and burned on September 11 in a wooded area on the side of a road in Clarksville, Georgia. She had been reported missing a day earlier by her daughter, and Giegerick's girlfriend, Amanda Bearden, and her husband Stephen Collier. Collier was last seen alive at a Family Dollar store in Athens just after 3 p.m. on September 10. After leaving the store, a Venmo transaction for $2,385 was sent to Amanda from Collier's account along with a strange message, which read, "They are not going to let me go, love you. There is a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door." Her phone was switched off just 2 minutes later. Police have ruled out suicide or a random act of violence in the case, saying at a press conference on Friday that Collier's murder appeared to be personal and targeted. Her cause of death has not yet been released pending the outcome of an autopsy. Investigators have not yet named any suspects or persons of interest in relation to the case, but added they have not ruled anyone out as their probe continues. Dark past. Speaking to the media last week, Giegerick, 27, revealed that he and Bearden, 37, had both been interrogated by police following the discovery of Collier's body. "They've interrogated all of us," he told the NY Post. "The people who are closest to Debbie are kind of looked at as suspects right now." Police have not stated that they are treating Giegerick as a suspect. Giegerick added that police had also seized his and Bearden's phones. Neither Giegerick nor Bearden has been accused of any wrongdoing in the death of Debbie Collier. In an emotional interview after her mother's body was found, Bearden told CBS 46, "Somebody took my whole world from me. She was a beautiful, kind, giving woman, and she didn't deserve any of this. I want justice for my mum." Giegerick has also spoken publicly about Collier's death, denying any involvement in the murder to Fox News and insisting he and Bearden were scared. "It's weird," he added. "I feel like the sheriff's department may have some leads but they won't tell us anything." Giegerick said that he and Bearden last saw Collier the day before she disappeared when she had bought them lunch. The couple, who are described as being in an on-off relationship, moved to Athens from Maryland just 2 days before Collier's disappearance. Their home was raided by police on September 14, police documents show. Additional police records show that the pair have a history of domestic violence and other legal infractions. Most recently, Gigeruk was arrested in September 2021 for violating a no-contact order and banging on the front door of Bearden's home, accusing her of stealing money from him for drugs. Bearden called police and complained that Gigeruk, whom she had broken up with and kicked out, arrived around 8:30 a.m. and began beating on the door and yelling, according to an incident report. In recently released body cam footage, Gigeruk responds by telling officers that she'd been stealing his paychecks to buy dope. "I didn't have a phone because my phone broke, so this is the dumbest mistake I've ever made. We linked our cards together so she can send herself money from my card." He tells the officers, "The first person to touch my money is her. That's the only reason we've had any contact, because every week she takes $500 or $600 from my check. And I just don't see how that's right," Gigeruk tells police when asked why he violated the no-contact order. "And she goes and does dope with my money," he adds. "She's probably on drugs right now." Chilling threat. The no-contact order Gigeruk violated stemmed from another domestic dispute months earlier in May 2021, in which he also allegedly threatened Bearden's family in a hand-scrawled note. "Have a nice life, you lying ass PH. Don't ever contact me again," Gigeruk was accused of writing. "If you or your family ever come near me again, I will hurt them." According to police documents from that incident, Bearden claimed that Gigeruk had broken into her home and attacked her. The report notes that Bearden had bruises on her shoulders and arms. Gigeruk was arrested and charged with a number of offenses, including battery. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to probation. He was also ordered to stay away from Bearden, who was also arrested and charged at the same time for making a false police report by claiming Gigeruk had broken into their home when they actually lived together. After the incident, a fast-track arraignment was made for him in June 2021, noting it was his second or subsequent arrest for a family violence offense. He was banned from contacting Bearden before violating that order 3 months later. Was scared. Also in September 2021, Gigeruk was arrested for misdemeanor DUI, reckless driving, marijuana possession, failure to wear a seatbelt, and not having the required tag lights. He pleaded guilty to not having the required tag lights and reckless driving, and the rest of the charges were dismissed. Amanda Bearden also has an extensive rap sheet that includes